Hi, this is Barb, Random Crafty Axe. Welcome back. This is a brief extension of the big project. During that series of videos, I noted that I don't decorate the inside of my cards. That's because they are donated. But I thought, since I'm sitting here doing 50 cards over and over and over again, that I would show you how I actually do the inside. So basically, I've gone through and I've stacked everything together. I have closing in on 40 cards behind me that are already stamped and addressed and everything. So I just thought I'd show you what I came up with. So the front of the cards has the pictures of the flowers from the gardens. This one is ink blended on the background. And these are A2 cards, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And the black mat behind them is 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. So let's just open it up. Each of the cards ended up with a letter on the inside that just basically pointed out to the person that I had not done Mother's Day or Father's Day cards this year, because a lot of these people were used to getting those from me. And that talked a little bit about the garden, and then pointed out that they could see the full thing of the garden over on YouTube under Random Crafty Axe, and then under the playlist Garden Walks. Okay, so my original intention was that there would be an image that looked like this, with this, and then the sentiment I decided on was watering the seeds of joy. This was because a friend of mine had sent me a beautiful watering can that lights up at night. It's got a solar panel on the top. Okay, so I was looking at something like this, and I thought I could set this up on the silhouette so that this was a 4 by 5 1/4 piece with all those pictures, and this was the same. And I could just those would be cut in half, and I go through and slap those in, sign my name, and be done. It didn't work that way. And I'm not sure why I could not get everything lined up the way I wanted it lined up. So I'm having to do it what to me feels like the old-fashioned way. So this is Mermaid Lagoon. And I'm just basically inking around the edges. And I'm not trying to be too terribly precise. I'm using the archival ink because it doesn't interact with anything. Not that I'm doing anything else on the inside of this, but gluing. And I'm noticing I'm getting little bits of things there. So, all right. And then this is half of a panoramic picture, which I used to do those. Been a long time. So the picture that you'll see across here is actually a panorama of all the way across the main daylily bed. Okay. And this image here in the front, this is a labyrinth. And then this picture is a duplicate. I anticipate this being a very short video, guys, because I've had a hard time keeping myself entertained. And then these, the sentiment, I did this on the silhouette. Okay. And David and Barbara. All right. This goes inside. I have been trying to stamp my Random Acts of Kindness stamp, and I can't tell if it's the ink pad that I'm starting to have trouble with or if the stamp itself is just not, it's kind of getting old. I have a list of things I'm going to replace. My granddaughter designed and got that for me. Okay, so that's it. And obviously I don't want to show somebody's address for the whole world to see. Okay, so I'll do one more and then we'll call this done. Okay, it doesn't really matter that much about exactly what color blue, and very honestly, I'm using blue because blue is a color I really like. And there are no blue daylilies. What my husband has been doing to keep himself busy, this stretch that we're filming this, I think today is the 21st of June, and he's having an open yard is what it's called, and we invited a bunch of people to come by and actually see the daylilies in person. The temperature here, which had been quite delightful up until just a few days ago, it has stopped raining. It's not supposed to rain for another week and a half, but the temperature is now up into the 80s, and the southern Illinois humidity that we are famous for has started to set in, and that works really well for the daylilies, and it works really well for those people who enjoy being outside when it's really hot, which is not me, not my thing. But the daylilies are almost completely in bloom, and when you look at this picture, this area here is just now starting to pop open, and what he's doing is cataloging the different varieties and breeds, and all of these things have names, which I don't know. I dated this one because the person who this card is going to has a tendency to keep our cards and then send me pictures of them sometimes and says, I remember when I got this one. That looks a little better. Maybe I can go back to stamping some of them. Okay. All right. So that's another one done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 more to do. I keep counting them the way I used to when I was grading papers. I used to go through and keep like counting the papers in the stack going, am I done yet? Am I done yet? Okay, that takes care of this. I will be moving on to something else. Not exactly sure what, but I'm going to be going back into some mask making because I need to get back on Operation Gratitude cards. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor and do that by clicking on the title of the channel and then clicking the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. You won't start getting emails or texts. And then you can click on playlist and you can watch either any of the other card videos that I have in there, or you can watch the garden walk videos. Okay? And I appreciate your being here. Thank you.